Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a June 2021 trading recap / review. Again, I'll start this video out. I'll go over my June numbers and statistics, and then I'm going to go over 3 trades from June. So I'm going to go over my 2 best trades first from June, and then I'm going to go over my worst trade from June, which was a 7.5% loss on my account in 1 minute. So this trade was a really big loser at the time. Kind of like crushed me. I didn't understand. It happened in 1 minute. It was a mix of me being stupid and it was a platform / technical issue. So I think that there's a lot to learn from this trade. So let me start out and go over my numbers. I took 83 total trades in June. I had 33 winners, 25 losers, and 25 break-even trades. So that's a win rate of 56.9%. Very good. Anything over 50 is very good. You can even be profitable if you're over 40%. Some traders are even profitable at 30%. So it's all about what your win rate is and then how big your winners and your losers are. So my average winner was $245 and my average loser was $134. Really good. That's almost outweighing it 2-to-1. Not quite there, but still, that's really good. My average break-even trade was red, $3.48. And then I paid $613 in commissions in June. So my June PnL was $4,128.90, and I started June with my account at $7,996. So that is a 51.64% month-over-month account growth, which is really good. My profit factor was a 2.35. Again, that's really good. Anything over a 2. So my numbers told me that I was trading really well this month. And towards the end of the month, this setup was forming, which I think a lot of traders were waiting all of June for this trade to happen. And it was when Tesla was in this range from 550 to 630, but the real resistance of this range was 625 to 635. And once it got over 635, a lot of people thought that there was room to 660 and maybe just for a big push that day. So the pivot high on May 28th was 635.59, and yesterday, or the day prior to the trade that I took, the high of day was 628.57, and we were gapping up in the pre-market to a pre-market high of 634.5. But real resistance was this 634 number. So 634 was going to be my entry. And if I would have been given this setup now, I would have managed it differently because we opened at 632. And then you'll see what happens. But we pushed down the first 10 seconds. And then we came back up to 632. And I would have got in over 632 because that's where we opened. And it would have been a quick red to green trade. But I waited for this 634. So that means from the bottom, there was 4 points to the upside. That's factored into these option contracts. So these option contracts are already juiced up a little bit. So you kind of want to catch them before they've popped it all. And that's when you can catch the whole move. But again, I took this over 634 and I was still able to catch a good trade. Alright, so I was playing 8 650 cons. And typically in June I was playing 4 to 5 contracts. But I like this setup a lot. So here we go. We open right at 632. We come down, get down to 630, find support, big size at 630. We find support, and I would have liked to take this trade over 632 right there. But I don't. I'm waiting for 634 for my entry. Option contracts are still pushing up a little bit. And here we go. We're getting to 634, and right there I get in. I get filled 8 cons right at 399, and I'm up nice right away, and I start scaling out. We get to 637, 638, and I just start selling. I'm locking in profits, and you always want to do that at 9:30. You just want to lock in profits quick and then leave your runners to see if they can push. So I've now taken 5 off, and I'm leaving 3 runners. I'm looking for a 635 hold. So you can ideally just let these run. Like right now, if I were trading 10 contracts, I would try to let 5 run, because especially on a play like this, when it's A+++, this is a really good setup. But I just take one off there, kind of getting worried, but there's no reason to get out of this trade. So you just sit on your hands. Get over 638. See if we can get to 639. And if these get over 640, these are really going to start paying. And then you can just sit on your hands and really let these rock. I take one off. And we're about to close the 932 candle. See what happens. And I just sell out. This was kind of a panic sell, but I was up a lot and I was very happy. I haven't had a 4-figure day, and I was really close to it. So although I didn't manage this great, especially in the beginning and when you haven't caught really big days, it's hard to not just sell out. Alright, so my second trade was on Coin, and ever since IPO day, which was April 14th, I don't know if you watched Coin on IPO day, but it was a crazy day. Ever since then, we were trending down, and May 6th, we found support at 250, and then we had come down again. We were forming an H pattern here, and then we broke below. So now this 250 to 255 range that was support now became resistance. So yesterday, or the day prior to this trade, which was June 28th, we had a high at 248.06. Pre-market high, which was created at 4, so 5.5 hours before market open, was 251. And we were holding between 249 and 251. So that's a tight 2-point range. So again, I'm playing this over 251, and pre-market I can see on level 2 that there's not even much size at 251 on the ask. So I'm ready for right at open to take 5 260 cons over 251. We open right there, 250.32. Get to 251, and right there I get in right away. I get filled 5 at 270, and my cons are in the money now, and we're at 252, but there's decent size on the ask. So I'm not loving that. I'm looking to get a push through that, but I'm already in the money. Now we're kind of hovering, and I just take one off. Lock in $30 profit, and now I have 4 contracts left. And we're about to close this first 930 candle, and we pop over 252. But it looks like sellers kind of stepped up there. So I'm not loving that, but we're still holding 252. And then we drop 252 on the bids, and the ask comes back down to 252, and I cut one there. So it's a fine sell, but now I'm just looking to hold these next 3. So here we're fighting at 253. Let's see if we can pop over 253, even though there's some size on the ask. I'm about to close the second candle of the day, and we pop over 253. Contracts are up nice, almost $1. And I take one off there, and now these last 2 contracts I just want to let run. I'm happy with that sell, lock in $1 of profit. Now let's see if we can get to 255, and maybe if we can hold 255 and get through. We get up to 254, pushing up. Clear momentum here. Buyers are clearly in control. We're getting to right below 255. Let's see if we can pop over it. Big size on the ask, and we pop over it. And I cut a contract there. Now I have 1 left, and I'm hoping to get a 255 hold. Alright, we hold 255. See if we can get over 256. No reason to panic. 3 strong green candles. Kind of struggling to break over 256. Get the bids into 256. Cons are up more than $2. big size at 257. Get over 257. That was a quick rejection. Could be a fake, could be the top, could be a fake out, and I just get out right there, up over $2 on that last con. I'm really happy with this trade. I was able to stay in more than 30 seconds a minute and actually manage this trade and catch a nice good piece and keep some runners. Alright, so my third trade was my worst trade from the month, and it was on June 17th. I was trading 3 near the money Amazon call contracts, which were over $10. So my position size was over $4,000. And anyone that's traded Amazon knows that at the money or near the money, you can really get burned quick because your contracts can have like a 50-cent spread, and right as you get in, you could be down $150 or $300, and then if it goes against your entry, you're down even more. So the best way in this current market environment to play Amazon is on pullbacks or holds of levels, but that's not what I did on this trade. So the other thing that was going wrong on this trade is if you can see my Tesla level 2, I just switched it to see if it would get back to working, but the ask is lower than the bid, and that first ARCA order isn't changing. So right as I saw this, I was just switching to different plays, and AMD was working, but Tesla still wasn't working. But that should have given me real pause and real reason to kind of take a step back and not put on risk, knowing that I'm having some platform problems. So here I switched over to Amazon, and Amazon's having the same issue during the 932 candle where the first order is an ARCA order that's not updating, and it's on the ask lower than the bid. So I really shouldn't have been playing Amazon or Tesla, because if level 2 is not working and that's how I trade, I need to be way smarter than that and just not take on that risk and not be stupid. Okay, so the actual breakdown of this trade was that 3426.52 was the prior day's high, and high of day today was 3426. And 3430 was a key level, so I was playing it over 3426. And right there, we break over on time and sales, and I don't even realize. And then right there, I get in 5 seconds late after we had broken over the level and stayed over the level. And then immediately, my cons are down. So now we're above, and I don't really know what I'm looking at because I thought that third order on the ask was working, but it wasn't. So my cons are down a lot, and I'm kind of just hesitating. I'm in a state of I don't know what's going on. And if you're ever in that state of not knowing what's going on, or having platform problems like this, or not managing the trade like you should be managing the trade, get out. Although maybe the trade could go back to your entry, or you could make money on it, then you're just wishing, you're just hoping. So if you're ever in a situation like this, just cut your losses, and then you can reevaluate afterwards. Like, I know that it sucks to take that loss, but like right here I check, I'm like, oh no, like I didn't know what my, like I knew what my fill was, but I was just checking to see, and then immediately I just cut everything because that was just way too big of a loss. But had I just cut before, it would have been a $300 or $400 loss and not a $750 loss, which is a huge amount on an account less than $10,000. Alright, so that is my June trading recap. I hope that there was things that you could learn from this video, not only from the 2 good trades, but also from that really bad Amazon trade. I hope that you can find something of value that you took away from this video. So again, I'm new to this whole YouTube process, editing, creating videos. So if you have any suggestions for me, any videos you want me to make, any thoughts on this video or any of the other videos, just let me know. You can either send me a message or just comment. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I hope that they're very informative and they're helpful to you. So have a good one, guys.